Gus, you haven't said anything all night, Gus. You are.
I'm just here for exact to have good looks. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, right. We're good-looking people. So you're in New York. Thank you so much. You're long ashes and cheers.
I think that's it. Yeah, it's working.
And long lashes. Yes, she's included now because she's my little smoking buddy every week. And she loves cigars. Thank God that God has been good to me. That gave me a woman that loves cigars. I don't know what I would have done if she didn't, but thank God. But your dad originally started this company.
Yeah.
And you took it over when you were really young.
And I was 16.
Yep, 16 years old. What happened?
My father went blind from diabetes.
Right.
And I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. My first job was a termite job.
Right.
I still remember it. I was plugging up the hose. And I got paid, and I fell in love with the money. I fell in love with the industry. My father did good things for me, and he did bad things.
Right.
He taught me how to be a great exterminator, to love the industry.
Right.
He didn't teach me how to run a business. So.
Well, let's be fair. He was really young.
Yeah.
You were really young.
Yeah.
And then he
showed me, he showed me the basics, but not to grow. And my mindset as a 16-year-old, was that I have money, all my bills are paid. I'm paying. I had one tech at the time. That's all I need. I never thought about growth.
Right.
Until my wife kicked my ass.
Good job.
And she was like, "Listen, asshole, like we need to buy a house.
Right.
We need, we have 3 kids. We need this. So you gotta start, growing. You gotta start thinking about the future." And that's when I was like, you know what? I don't know how to run a business. And that's what most exterminators, they open up a business because they were a technician somewhere, but they don't know the business part.
Right.
So, watch his podcast. Like, there's a plug for him, but you know what? Like, to, run a business is totally different from being an exterminator.
Right.
And that's why I'm learning, like, Sky gave me some great advice.
She's going to be on, she's supposed to be on a couple months ago.
I love
She's going to be on. Her husband is amazing. I'm going to have them on too. I might have them separately, Jared
is awesome.
Yeah.
But Sky told me something that she's told me whenever one of her managers come to her with a problem, her solution is go sell more.
Right.
Just go sell more.
Stop whining.
Yeah. So you know what? Like that struck a nerve in me. That's like, you know what? Fuck it, just go sell more.
Yeah. I just had my guy, one of my techs that just started with me, says, he's all worried about the economy. And my SEO guy Eric, we had the same conversation about, the economy and the economy. I said, I don't care about the economy. I can't do anything about it. I can't fix it. I can't, all I can do is that election day, go punch a ballot and hope for the best. But at the end of the day, my job is, there's people out there with money who are willing to spend it, and my job is to go find them and get the money. There's nothing else that I need to worry about because I can't change any of it. If I start worrying about it, I'll be paralyzed. So, I had to confront him. I said, your job is to give good service, figure out where people's needs are, and then try to sell more to the client. But you're in a very tough market. I mean, you're in New York. You're in you're in Brooklyn or
no, Queens.
You're in Queens.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a second largest market in the country, next to LA. I mean, it's a brutal market to compete in. And the good thing is it's so saturated with people that you probably don't have to go too far. So you're doing wildlife and pest control.
Yeah.
How many techs you got now?
3.
3 techs. 3 full-time techs. So, here's what people don't understand. How long have you been in business now?
The business has been open for 46 years.
46 years since your dad started. And then you took it over. And so think about it. You've beaten pretty much all the odds. Because only about 20% of those people fail the first year. They give up. They're done.
Yeah.
You've been managed to keep it this long. And then on top of that, you've grown it to 4 people. You got your wife working for you. Yeah. So how many people in your company? You got how many techs? Yes, I'm sorry. I just got corrected. The wife is working with him, and then she has to put up with you, which that's another job.
You just saved his life.
Thank you.
She's watching.
Yeah, she's watching.
Hey, she sent me a good text.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. So think about this. You how many people are total in your company now?
5.
Okay.
5 and a part-timer.
Okay, so approximately 80% of people that own a business never get past 500,000 and never get to 4 employees. 78% of people are solo operators. So think about it, that if you're thinking like, I haven't accomplished much, you've already accomplished more than 80% of the business owners out there. Yeah. Don't sell yourself short on that.
No, you know what? And I was talking to Jose about this one day. I'm like, and to my wife. I'm like, where we're at now, I never thought, like, I imagine, I'm like, oh my God, imagine we make this much.
Right.
Now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, I need to make this much. And I'm like, hold on. Celebrate your accomplishments.
Yeah. You gotta know how to do it.
And most of us don't, because we're so hungry as owners that, like, listen, not to talk shit, but I have a beautiful house.
Right.
I have 7 bedrooms, and my hunger is like, I want a bigger house. My wife is like, fuck you, this is too big of a house.
She says to clean it. Or hire somebody to clean it.
Yeah. No, we got somebody to help clean.
Right.
But, we have 5 kids, and you know what? I always want more. So, like, I love my house, but I want a bigger house. I want 12 rooms.
Right.
So my hunger, like, doesn't let me celebrate my accomplishments, but what I've been learning is, like, you know what? Stop being, all down on yourself because you want more. You're like, hey, you know what? I hit that goal.
Right.
And now figure out how to hit the other goal. And what I learned from Energy was, you don't want to grow your business like this. You want to grow like this, flat a little bit, work on your business, figure out what you need to implement so you can go back up.
Yeah, the bottlenecks, the problems, fix the problems, then take it to the next level.
And like right now, I'm going back and it's cleaning house. We're going to implement a whole bunch of different things to grow.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of the guys, because, you got a lot of guys that, most of the people that watch me are really solo operator, 2-man operations. They're trying to grow. They're most of the guys that listen to me are techs that want to jump off a truck. I don't, the big guys running $2 million aren't listening to me. They got no reason to. They don't. I mean, let's just be honest. The guy who struggles is the guy who's like all I get every day is, dang, dude, I'm doing 75,000 and it's been 3 years and I can't get to 100. That's the guys that I try to help, because that's where 80% of my audience is. That's where 80%, by the way, 80% of all business. Walk down any street in America and there's the little dry cleaner with 2 people doing 250,000 a year. Everybody thinks that owners are getting rich, that all these business owners, we're not. I didn't get to 6 figures until just 2 years ago. We're almost close. I had to backtrack it so that I can grow again. I had to take a pay cut again to continue to invest and do it. So it's not easy, but it is doable. You were talking about you don't have a college degree.
No.
Okay, I got 2 years.
I have 6 months.
Okay, there you go. So it's doable. It can be done, but you do have to implement the foundational business principles that everybody lacks.
Yeah.
And what you do is we grow a lot by mistake. We screwed it up. We screwed it up 6 weeks from Sunday, and then we figured it out. But very few people actually sit down with us, like,
John.
No, that's not John.
I'm not that far.
Joe.
I had the J.
And then sit down with us and say, look, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
And everybody's looking for that, but the problem is there's so many guys out there that are taking people for a ride because they're pretending to be business gurus when they're not. I've never pretended to be. I'm a geek. I'm not a guru. And so I've never pretended to know any of this. I've learned it the hard way like everybody else, but there's so many, like, you got some guys offering you instant growth success. Like, if you just buy my SOPs, you can just turn this. It doesn't work that way.
No.
You got to go back to these conferences, take one of these principles, And immediately what you're doing is I'm going to put these into action. Because what I learned when I used to be in conferences is that you would go to these conferences, you come back to your company, and then nobody wanted to implement anything. So why did you send me to the conference?
Yeah.
If you're not going to implement it, you're not going to execute, and then there's the problem. How do you execute?
Yeah.
Who's going to help you execute? Who's going to show you how to execute? And what I tell people is get a bunch of coaches. Don't get one. Get 2, 3, 4 coaches. Get together like you guys are going to do and say, okay, this is what I did. This is what works. Yeah. I tried to do that with a little mastermind, and then nobody wanted to show up. So we're doing it. So, look, Eric Critter McCool is watching us. Wildlife guy.
Main thing is invest in yourself. Get off of Instagram, get off of TikTok. If you're watching stuff like this, educational, learning from others, business owners, yes. But, so many people sit down on their phone on TikTok and watch one reel, and it's 2-3 hours later, and they're still on fucking TikTok.
You know why?
Listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, invest in yourself. I go to a whole shitload of conferences.
Right. The first time, I've known you for a while, but the first time we met was at a Paul Bello conference. Yep. That was almost 3 years ago.
Yeah. And, I learned from Paul Bello. One main thing that, I had that mindset that my father gave me, because my father started in 78. You charge them and then you don't raise the prices,
Right.
And when I went to Paul Bello, it was like, listen, you gotta raise your prices. Milk wasn't the same price 5 years ago. Yeah. Raise your prices.
We just raised our prices 7% this year, bro.
And if you raise all your clients' prices, right, and nobody complains, you didn't raise it high enough.
Yep.
That's what he taught me. And you know what? When I heard that, I went back and raised everybody. I had one person complain.
Yep. We had 6 cancels.
They didn't cancel.
Oh, we had 6.
I explained to them. I'm like, listen, I haven't raised in this many years.
Right.
This and this and that. They were like, all right, no problem. And then now, every January 1st, price increase for everybody.
That's right. Look, Allstate raises my prices every year. Every insurance, every vendor I have, I've had a 30% price increase in my internet. AT&T doesn't care.
A lot of guys.
And I remember when I first met with him, this was like 5 years ago. He said, bro, I haven't raised my prices ever. I said, bro, you got to raise your prices. He was doing $35 jobs. He said, you can't do that. If you're going to kill you, every year raise the prices. And he started doing that, 5 years ago, and here we are, almost double.
And simplify your jobs. We were doing a lot of restaurants.
Right.
And I fired a whole bunch of them because they weren't at the right price point.
Right.
So I stood with a good amount of restaurants, but I did credit card on file, key accounts. So no techs are waiting outside, because if you do restaurants, if you do delis, they tell you come at 10 o'clock and they're not ready until 10:30, 10:45. You get that key, you go in, you have your check going there 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's it. Your check could do a better time, better job, take its time, and you're not losing production because your tech isn't waiting inside a car for half an hour. I realized I was paying guys to wait in cars for 2 hours a night because restaurants weren't ready.
Right.
And then I look back to the other restaurants because they're getting there late, they're doing this. So now I implemented, everybody give me a key. If you want to give me a key, not every client is your client. Yeah. Not everybody's your client. So, choose your client, choose your price point. And if they're not at that price point, if they don't want to do what you're the specialist and you're the owner of the business, do it the way you do it. Truthfully, from Aquaman that was at Energy, I forget his name. His company is at $250 million, and he says that he loses a whole bunch of clients because he doesn't do one time. Everything has to be on a contract.
Yeah, we just started doing that last year.
And it has to be, you're paying monthly for quality service. And he only do one-time services for his clients. So imagine, as a small company, you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sell this one-time termite job or this one-time bee job and, get that money. But his vision was, if I could sell them on quality pest control and then charge them a little bit more for that beat job, I had them for that monthly payment and that quality service. I got them for the beat job, and that's how he did it. Like, he's at 250 million. Like, that's inspirational.
Yeah, I mean that's a billion and a half, billion and a quarter. Jesus, that's like, I mean, I don't ever think I'm ever gonna get there, but I need to build it up. We'll be talking about so we can have an exit strategy so I can retire and do what I want to do, which is talk on podcasts.
Silly, and you're good at it.
Yeah, thank you. And you're doing good, bro. You're doing really good. This is what a lot of people don't. Yeah, celebrate it, because a lot of people say, man, I only got 3 employees. I said 4 employees. Run the numbers. Go on Google and see how many percentage of businesses ever get to over 500,000. It's less than 70%. How many people get to 4 employees? It's like less than 20% that actually accomplish it. So if you're there, hey, enjoy it. It does. I mean, what's the biggest stressor you think you have? I mean, right now.
Stress is myself. Self-doubt. Right. And I'm learning how to not doubt myself, take more risk, and if it fails, do it again. Right. Do it a different way. Figure it out. Like, not everything's gonna be like, hey, if I do this, it's gonna work. Not everything works, but you know what? At least you say you tried it, and you can know, all right, we're not gonna do this, we're gonna do it this way, we're gonna do it this way. Worth it. And, talk to your techs. Like, I never did monthly, meetings with my techs. I have 3 techs. So we started implementing that a couple months ago. And it's better morale for, the company. So we have a better understanding because we all talk. So, I'm keeping that. And just focus on your business.
Big shout out to Walter Salazar. He's down in near the Naples area.
You should have came up here, Walter.
I know, bro. It's only 2 hours away. You're such a loser, bro.
I came from 4 hours away, and then.
Well, we're gonna be doing a tour. Me and Ermi decided we're not gonna smoke cigars in Miami at our house. What we're gonna start going around South Florida and smoking cigars and having more of these meetings. And we're going to be doing a lot of, because I've been jumping on the training thing for 2 years. Huh? Yeah. Well, we talked about it yesterday. Yeah, she said she's just found out about it now. Yeah, well. More alcohol.
But, meet up with like-minded people. Like here, like me and Jose drove from Orlando over here. My flight is at 6 a.m.
Right.
So after this, I'm going back to Orlando, another 4-hour drive, and hitting the airport and going straight back to New York. Jesus. But you know what? It's worth it.
Yeah.
From
it's only a little bit of sleep.
Sleep, but you don't need it.
Yeah.
Drink a Red Bull.
Yeah. No, I wanted to go to. I was going to go to their first conference, and I didn't get a chance to go. And then I've been telling Ermi, I said, I got to do some conferences this year. I've been saving up all my points, that I get from all my business, been saving up my points so I can go to conferences. But since I'm more invested right now in the marketing part, I'm doing a lot of more marketing conferences than I am pest control conferences. Because, what I'm going to learn at a pest control conference from a pest control perspective is going to be like this. What I need is more of the marketing knowledge to grow my business. So I'm spending more of my time going to marketing conferences and learning how to do better marketing because there it goes, reconnected. I am right now, the way I see it is I do sales and marketing better than anybody I've ever hired. So my main focus right now is sales and marketing. And then everything else is the people I hire have to be a lot of self-managed people because I don't like babysitting people. So they have to learn if they're going to work with me that they have to be self-managed. So if I got to tell you to do anything other than the technical part of how I have to train you, I can't have you working for me. And that's what I look for now in people, is that I don't have to sit there and babysit them. Yeah. And, I'm focusing, mine is going to sales and marketing. So I probably will go to energy next year because it's right up my alley with the next thing I want to do in my next growth. So I think it's a very valuable conference. Right now I'm going, SEO conferences because I'm teaching on SEO. I'm spending a lot of time in SEO
I'm one of his
mastermind.
students.
Yeah.
Listen,
So yeah, you started implementing some of that stuff. It was best up for you.
Listen, if you had me like this, like after the first Zoom, I did so much stuff to my Google so I could rank higher, like that you showed us. And truthfully, like, what was it? We got suspended in September from Google. Like, you couldn't even find my company. Yeah, I implemented some tactics to get more reviews, bonuses to my guys for getting reviews. And right now, in about 2.5 months, we're at about 64, 65 reviews.
Nice.
And just, stuff is going to happen. Like, I tell you the truth, September 10th, Google took down my listing. You couldn't find me, nothing. And for about a month and a half, I was like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Then I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to work. I got to figure out how to get it back and get it better. Like a slingshot, and screw it. Just forget about the failures and just keep on moving forward. So, 2.5 months, we're at 63 reviews. When I get back, implement, bonuses for you guys to like work harder and to get more stuff. So like my goal when I get back, we're having a couple meetings. By the end of February, my goal is to hit 100 reviews. If I do that, all my guys are going to get bonuses, take them out for dinner, and, reward.
Right.
If you like rewards, everybody likes rewards.
Yeah, reward the success and, and push them to do more.
And implement your team to know what your goal is. Because if your manager, if your techs don't know what their goals are, what they're supposed to be doing, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what the goal is. They don't know, hey, listen, you need to sell, your goal is to sell, 5 upsells a week.
Right.
Give them a number. Don't tell them just go sell.
Right.
Don't go upsell. No.
Yeah, you got a board. You got to put a board and everybody. Hey, here's everybody's numbers.
Yeah.
And track it and said, so and so sold 5. When I was in sales and in sales management, it was, hey, look, every guy that gets this many, it's an automatic bonus. Like, even if sometimes it would be cash out of pocket. Like, here's $100 cash, for you to go get dinner, whatever. Have the numbers on the board. Everything needs to be visible so that people, if you can't track it, it isn't going to happen. Yeah. So, put it up on the board, give the challenges. Hey, everybody who gets, and make it so everybody can get it. It isn't like the top guy gets the bonus.
Yeah.
If everybody gets it, if you get me 5 reviews, everybody gets it. So that it's a team effort. Everybody goes forward.
What I did was, I'm giving everybody a bonus for every review they get. If they get 10 reviews in 1 week, they get an extra bonus on top of the regular bonus.
Right.
If the whole company gets this amount of reviews a week, everybody gets an extra bonus on top of that. I had one guy, he got me 13 reviews in 1 day.
See, so they got to get, it's doable. Yeah. It's just that if you don't focus on it, it isn't measured, it isn't being talked about. People have no clue what's expected of them. But if you set the bar, everybody knows, man.
And know your numbers.
Louis, you were supposed to be here. Gene, what happened, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be here. What's the deal?
He was there with me.
Yeah. I know. He was at the conference.
Great guy. I just met him.
Mm-hmm.
Super
at
cool
Mega
guy.
B. Let me give him a big plug in Miami. If anybody watches this video and you need bee service, Gene Navarro at Mega B is the guy to call in South Florida.
Yeah. But, know your numbers. Know your numbers. Study them. Compare them from last year, from last month. And set a goal. You want to do... let's say if you have a goal that you want to hit 500,000, just don't say my goal is to hit 500,000. Say how are you going to hit 500,000? How many accounts do you need to sell a week to hit 500,000?
Take it to the granular, like how many a day? Like, I set the number this year for what I wanted to do, and it's like all we have to do is two more sales a day. I mean, it's not like you got to take it down to the ridiculous, because if you tell somebody 500,000, most people can't vision 500,000. But they say, guys, if we just do an extra upsell, a rodent station upsell, if you do one upsell a day on that route, we can hit that number very easily just by doing one thing.
Yeah. We want to say bye to Joe.
Joe's never ready to leave. All right, everybody, come over here and say bye to Joe.
Bye, everybody. Take care. Thanks for
Thanks
hanging
for
out
being,
with
bro.
us tonight.
All right, brother. No salad in your mouth.
Hold up, before you leave, should we take like a quick picture?
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what?
I said, what? I said,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, a couple times.
Oh, yeah. Shamelessly. Shameless plugs all day long here.
All day long. Shameless self-promotion.
Yes, that's right. That's what we're about. Bug Boys in New Jersey.
Hey, Dennis.
We got Rolly the Birdman. Woohoo! All right. Yeah, take a picture of all of us. We're ugly as sin, but hey.
hey, talk for yourself.
Hey! All right, we're going to go off the air now.
No, here, use my phone.
All right.
Yeah, use other phones. You gotta put that down on the table there.
All right, hold on. I'm going to put that on the table. Hold
Put that down,
on.
Frankie.
All right.
Let me get in here. You got this one. You know, we're shy of you.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, wait, where's my cigar? Get a cigar.
Yeah, with my cigar.
Yeah, where's your cigar? Where's your cigar? Don't suck on somebody else's cigar. That's nasty.
Who knows? You know? Rolly's a different breed.
Well, Birdman, I like that.
I think we like each other.
I need now laces. Throw that off.
1-800-raccoon.com.
Don't worry, that was my gut, okay?
Always promote wherever you're at. Your business.
There you go.
Everywhere.
Except for like,
Hey, look, Paul Alley. He's up in New York, upstate.
No, he was down here. Oh, he just flew out.
Yeah, he just flew out. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul, I'm going to steal your headphones again.
All right. This has been cool, guys. All right, we're going to sign off for now.